What we're gonna do is reset the idea that age puts any limits or restrictions on us building a big, profitable digital business for ourselves. It's never too late to decide to earn six figures online, and today is the perfect day to flip the switch and decide to get in on this. First off, let's talk about the big deal with being 40 or over and why it's the perfect time to start. It's where we are right now. There is nothing that we can do with the years behind us. All we literally have are the years ahead of us. We have the seconds, we have the minutes, we have the hours, we have the days, we have the weeks, we have the months, and we have the years ahead of us. So the very best each and every one of us can do is decide to maximize the time that we have ahead of us. And the truth for every single one of us is that we're never going to have more time than what we have right now. At this precise moment, we're never going to have more time ahead of us than we have right now. So it makes the most amount of sense to go ahead and decide to get started now. And if you've ever felt like you've squandered the time behind you, like each and every one of us have, the best that you can do is to decide not to squander the time that you have ahead of you. You have every bit of control of what you decide to do with your time from here moving forward. So allow this video to be the video, right, to get you in motion. Let me tell you, your age can be an incredible asset to you getting this business going a heck of a lot faster, because the likelihood is the reason behind you wanting to grow this business and your priorities have shifted. This is no longer about a luxury, right? This is about something like you really, really want to do. So you're likely willing to dive in and to learn and to take action to get set up and to show up and to do the things that you know are actually going to move your business forward. You're likely getting into this because you're locking in on things like financial freedom, flexibility, and maybe even legacy. Being someone that's 50 and that's talked about it a lot in my content, I have attracted and helped a lot of people get started on this journey just this year alone. And so many of their stories are stories of, I'm approaching retirement and I don't have enough money to retire the way that I would like to. Or I retired, right? And I retired in a way that I'm not comfortable with, right? Or people that simply just know there is not enough money there. So many people I'm encountering, they're not doing this for luxury. They're not doing this for the laptop lifestyle. They're actually doing this out of a bit of necessity. And so if you bring that focused direction of having to get this set up, having to get this started, and really needing something out of your business, right? Believe it or not, it's an incredible asset to actually help you in getting this going faster. And believe it or not, this is exactly why I do what I do and I offer what I offer inside of my business, is because I know that for the majority of people out there, regardless of age, like we just don't have time to get it wrong. We want to minimize mistakes and we want to get this thing going sooner versus later. We want to start making the money. We want to start making an impact in our own lives, right? And we want to be a testament, right, of what is possible. And so I realize that if I can help more people learn how to get it right and learn how to take the right steps, that they really can get themselves out there and be a part of, right, the community of people that are actually earning really, really significant through the power of not just having a digital business, right, but of digital products. I so sincerely love what it is that I do, because I know for the right person that's here for the right reason and that's really looking and expecting to get something out of this sooner versus later, that they can set themselves up for a crazy amount of success that they maybe did not even truly know was possible. When I look at what happened in my own business just this year, right, it makes me such an advocate of wanting to help other people. Like why I feel so passionate about this video right here is because I need more people to know that regardless of your age, you might not know how to start making money online, but you do have so much to bring to the plate. If you will just bring that to the plate and then be open, right, to actually learning what it takes, again, that is fuel to help you go extremely fast and to accomplish all that you want to accomplish. All right, let's talk about why the potential is so huge for us with digital products. First off, the startup is crazy low and so is the overhead. So on average, you can run your digital business selling digital products for less than $100 a month. I earn six figures a year and I literally run my business for less than $100 a month. All right. Now, to get started, depending upon what you need to learn, if you know nothing about the business of online business or these digital skills, like you don't know how to even begin getting started, I definitely do suggest that you do invest into learning like what this is all about. I mean, when someone decides to invest into a McDonald's franchise, right, they're going to invest upwards of $1 million, I think it is, and they're still going to be sent to Hamburger University so they can actually learn the business of McDonald's. This is no different. Just because it's the internet, right, and we can get started for a lot less, it's so important that, again, if you want to get started faster, again, leveraging the fact that you have focused direction, that you really want to set yourself up to learn at a fast rate, begin to apply at a fast rate, and get set up and get on your way to actually building your business. So like in my business, as an example, I sell a digital marketing course. The investment's $500 and it teaches someone everything they need to know about the business of online business, how to get set up properly and how to get everything set up so that they can begin getting out there and start making money. And we also give you a ready-made digital product so you can begin selling without having to create something from scratch if you don't want to. So you couple a low startup of about $500, right, with low overhead, and you see, number one, why the potential is so amazing, right, for getting started in this way. The second factor is high profit margins. So it ranks right up there at about 100% when it comes to profit margins. In my business, whenever I sell my digital marketing course as my chosen digital product, right, I sell it for $500 and about $485 goes directly into my bank account. Right, so that little $15 that you see taken out, that's because of my merchant fee. So you can think about when you're selling digital products, right, you're not selling for a cut. You're selling a digital product for X amount of dollars, and the majority of that money comes instantly and back to you because of something called ownership and control. You're not splitting the commissions or splitting the profits, right, with anyone else. There is no middleman, all right? So that means that we get to sell and we get to keep way more of our money, which helps us put a lot more money in our pocket to further our own cause. The next factor is growth and scalability. What I love about a digital business that sells digital products is the fact that you only have to create it or license it one time and you're able to sell it over and over and over again. So if something like flexibility and passive income and sleep money ranks really, really high up there with you, this gives you that opportunity. Imagine licensing a digital product once or creating a digital product once, whichever direction you decide to go in, and then selling it one time and essentially, right, getting your money back from either the time spent creating it, right, or the money invested into purchasing it. Every sale after that is pure profit. Now, the scalability factor comes in because on the back end of your digital product, you can also build in stackable income streams. And I really, really love this because in my business, it truly is passive. I have built up an amazing recurring income base inside of my business based upon resources that I offer on the back end of my actual digital marketing course. I never have to sell it myself. It sells itself. People enroll in it themselves because they need it to help them in building their business. And every single time, right, my system acquires a new customer, guess what? My income goes up every single month. So on the back end of your digital products, you have the opportunity to be able to bake in or embed any other stackable income streams that you want to help you in scaling your business even faster so that you don't have to trade more time to make more money. Heck, you don't even have to create more digital products, right, in order to make more money. You just got to put a little savvier systems in place for you that will do so much of the selling, right, for you. And all you got to do is just take care of the initial marketing, right, to sell the digital product the first time, right, to your customers. So as you can see, the potential is so stinking huge, right, with a digital business that offers digital products. So again, when you bring that focused direction in wanting to get this set up and you're willing to learn and you're willing to take action, you're willing to do the work, like you can see how, like literally no hype, right? No smoke and mirrors. It's very, very possible to decide to position yourself, right, to earn six figures within the first year, year and a half, maybe 2 years, if you're really, really serious and focused. And I think this is so important to share so you understand that the potential is not just here for a moment. It's not fleeting. It's not going anywhere. Forbes has actually told us that digital products are becoming a larger part of consumers' discretionary spending. Right now, it accounts for about 2.9% of consumers' wallet. So it's like every single month, imagine that people are getting paid from their jobs. And 2.9%, right, of what they're bringing home, they're actually deciding to use it to purchase digital products. It's because the e-learning space is growing. More and more people are coming to the internet, right, to learn things. And these digital products are in high demand in all niches. So no matter what your area of passion, expertise, or experience lie, there is a buying base of people out there that are buying ebooks and guides and checklists and mini courses and full-blown courses. If we were to take the average customer or consumer that earns $50,000 a year, and Forbes is telling us that 2.9% of their wallet is going towards discretionary spending with digital products, that's $1,450 a year per person, per consumer being spent on digital products. The opportunity for sure is now. The time is now. It is time for you to jump into this and definitely position yourself to get your share. Number 3, let's talk a little bit deeper around why the time is now for you. Well, first off, you're already spending time online. You're spending time on YouTube. You're likely spending time on social media. What if you just simply redirected a little bit of that time, and instead of simply consuming, you actually learn how to create? You could actually be an option for consumers to purchase your digital product from you. You could be the one showing up on YouTube. You could be showing up on TikTok or on Instagram or on Facebook or on LinkedIn. You could be the one showing up online as an option for other people to consume and to actually purchase from. So the time is now, right? Because you're already familiar with the platforms. Now all you have to do is decide to learn how to actually use the platforms as a place of business. Another reason for why the time is now, it's your turn to begin to be an inspiration to another person. Whether you're going to leverage your life, right, to actually inspire another person to get started on this journey for themselves, or whether you're going to allow your journey and your life, right, to be shown through the digital products that you decide to create. In any case, it's amazing to know that you can build an entire business simply inspiring people based upon prior experience, life experiences, your unique perspective, and inspire and empower people, right, to get results for themselves. Whether it's being inspired to get started in a digital business of their own, selling digital products just like you, or whether you're deciding to inspire them through the digital products that you're creating for them. And I will tell you, one of the most fulfilling things in my own personal business is when I get stories and testimonies of how someone came across my video and how I inspired them to decide to really give this a go and go for this for themselves. When I've shared stories of getting started as a full-time nurse, and now I'm no longer a nurse and I have a 6-figure business, I've been able to inspire a lot of nurses, right, who again were nearing retirement and they knew they didn't have enough money, or that they were just pooped out of nursing and they were looking for something else. And my story of being able to get started and to learn these skills and to build a business of my own was inspiration enough for them to get started on this journey themselves. So it can be incredibly fulfilling to decide to do this for yourself and then to allow your works to actually be an inspiration to another person. As you can see so far, our age brings no limitations to getting started on this journey. Just tremendous upswing when we really embrace our age and all that we have to bring to the plate. So for step number 4, I want to actually break down exactly how you begin to get set up building a 6-figure digital product business of your own. All right, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to decide upon a niche, a target audience, and or the person that you actually want to build your business for. And with all of this, right, you're likely going to think about passions or expertise or prior skills that you already have been thinking about building a business around. Maybe you already have a digital product idea and something that you want to bring to the market to begin helping people. It is really important to think about the target audience or the person that you believe to be the perfect buyer for this product as well. So when we think about a niche, right, a niche would be like the make money online niche or the health and wellness niche if you wanted to help people in losing weight. But what's bigger than just the niche and what really is more important and what matters on all of these platforms is actually the person that you want to help and then really tuning into the desires of their heart, right? I love to speak more to helping people get what they want, right, versus feeling like I'm helping people solve problems. I just don't like the way that sounds. I don't like creating based upon that. Instead, I like to think about like my person sitting there desiring something, and then I get to create something or license something and show up and deliver that as the solution, right, to help them in getting the desires of their heart, right? So if someone's wanting to lose weight, let's focus on helping them achieve, right, their goal weight versus all of the reasons, right, why they're overweight, right? There are so many perspectives and ways that we can actually look at this. But for me, I really do love leaning into the desires that people have, because more often than not, that's what people are out there consuming and searching for, are the things that they want. All right. And so you're going to get solid on your niche, choose your target audience, and make sure like you feel really comfortable about the person that's ideal to buy your digital product, right? Or your digital product idea. All right. Next, I want you to do a digital product brainstorm. I want you to think about, again, everything that you know, what you would love to create, why you would love to create it, and again, how it's going to help your ideal person get what it is that they desire. And then I also want you to speculate on, do you want to create this digital product from scratch? Right? Or do you want to go out there and maybe take an easier road and actually license a digital product that you do not have to create yourself? What I love about this option is that it is available in like all niches. So it's like anyone that's looking to get started in the digital product world, right? They can always decide whether they want to create something entirely from scratch or whether they want to go out there and license a product and make it just a bit easier with getting started. The next thing you're going to do is that you're going to pick a content platform. Think about this as the platform where people will begin to discover you. So when you start your business, for the most part as a business, you are an unknown. So the reason why you want to pick a platform is that you're going to then start creating content on that platform, much like you see me doing now. And the likelihood is you probably have consumed a lot of content online. You're going to become one of those people that begin to create content so that your business, your brand, and ultimately your digital product can be discovered by people that are out there in the market for what you have to offer. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to focus on being consistent. You're going to focus on being disciplined, right? And you're going to focus on learning while you are taking action. The thing you're not going to do is to sit back and speculate on all the things you do not know. You're not going to sit back and speculate, right, on all the things you could potentially be doing wrong. Let me tell you my story of getting started. I came online, right, and I knew nothing about making money online. And I bought a product that began to teach me some things. And I immediately got out there and I began to sell that product to other people through YouTube, because in my mind, I was so excited to have something that I believe more people needed to know about. So I just got out there and I started talking about it. In my first 30 days, I made 28 sales. And guess what? I had almost everything wrong. I didn't have a funnel system. I wasn't building my own email list. I was just simply doing videos and sending people directly to a sales page. But as you can tell, I was more excited about getting started and about getting going. And I was open to learning what I had to learn as I was going. Right? So what you're going to do is you are going to commit to being consistent, right? You're going to start creating the content. You are going to start drawing in interested people. You're going to decide to lock in and be disciplined, right, over this business that you're building, right? But you're also going to be very, very open to learning, right, and mastering certain skills as you are going through the process. We're just not going to sit back thinking that we have to have everything perfect and that we have to have all of our ducks in a row. My community always laughs at me because I tell them, right, we're going to finesse and we're going to add precision as we're going. But initially, it might be a little bit messy. It might be a little bit ugly, right? It might be a little bit chaotic or feel that way. But what's more important is that you actually get a jump. You get a leap. You get a start, because believe it or not, like that is the start of momentum. And I just got to say, I'm so excited for you, because I feel like now is the time that you finally get to start doing the thing that you've been wanting to do. You are going to get started. You are going to absolutely love this. You are going to make an impact, and you're going to start building something of your own that you're going to be so proud of yourself for starting and actually seeing through. Number 5, I want to talk a little bit around like the mindset perspective with getting started on this journey as a person that's 40 or over. Believe it or not, you might not think about these things, but you have a greater perspective around the difference between things like discipline and motivation. Where I know a lot of times when I was younger, I really thrived more from motivation, thinking that I needed external factors to pump me up and to get me doing what I had to do to build my business. And if I didn't feel like doing something because I wasn't motivated, oftentimes I would not. Which is exactly why my business had so many peaks and valleys and dips, right? It's because if I wasn't motivated, I didn't do. Well, clearly later in life, I realized, again, because I have such great purpose behind my business, I know that my business is here for a purpose. It's to serve something. I don't have the luxury of motivation, which again, you might be able to totally attest to. Instead, my business is based upon discipline. Knowing what needs to be done and simply doing it no matter how I feel, because if I worked a 9-to-5 job, if I wasn't motivated, guess what? I would still have to go in. It's called discipline because I know that by going in, I collect a check. In our businesses, right, it's the same thing. We're bringing discipline. And so the fact of the matter is you might not recognize this, right? But you probably have lived a life where you've done way more based upon discipline because you know you needed to, versus focusing on motivation, which is really a falsehood in the entrepreneurial world that a lot of people talk about. So that is something very, very unique that you get to bring to the plate because of your age, right, and the life that you've lived. The next thing to recognize is that success takes being resilient. And the fact of the matter is, right, if you've been living life and you're midlife on, there are probably a lot of examples, right, where you had to exercise resiliency in order to keep going, right, or to break through. There are probably a lot of situations where you wouldn't be here or you wouldn't be experiencing what you are experiencing right now in life if you were not resilient. So starting a business, like this is not the time, right, to be weak when it comes to seeing things through and sticking to things. You've got to decide to be resilient. And the one way that I always have looked at this is that your bounce back potential, like it's got to be there. You've got to be willing to bounce back because sometimes you just never know what's going to happen. And that's just real talk. But I say that because I think that credits a lot to, right, someone in their midlife. They're able to look back and say, you know what? I was able to get through a lot because I was resilient, because I was able to bounce back, whether it was a layoff, right? Whether it was just a tough time in life, right? You can actually attribute being resilient to actually helping you in getting through. Well, guess what? Now is the time to bring that same resiliency to your business so that you actually can see this thing through and get out of this business exactly what you desire. Maybe there's a passion or a hobby that you've been perfecting all of these years, or maybe like so many people I know, you've been giving away what you know for free because you just didn't know how to monetize it. I'm telling you, now is the time to learn how to turn all of that into a 6-figure digital asset for yourself. Maybe you've been putting off learning something new or embarking on this journey because you just didn't know what to expect. Well, if you have loved my energy and you have loved my vibe, I want to open up an invitation to help you on this journey. I have a way to make it really, really easy for you to get started, and I have been so intentional with this path inside of my own business. So earlier I talked about how each and every one of us, when it comes to digital products, we get to choose whether we want to create our digital products or whether we want to license digital products. Well, prior to making a pivot in my business last year, I had created a lot of digital products. And to be quite honest, I personally got very, very burnt out. And so when I looked for that pivot, I wanted something that was going to allow me to have a bit more ease about my business. And this particular digital product fell in my lap. And what I loved about it so much is that I always wanted a business that could strictly be built based upon inspiring other people that might find my content and that might want to go in like the same direction that I am going in my business. And with this particular digital product, I love the fact that it's a digital marketing course. I did not have to create it, and yet I've earned over 6 figures, right? Just this year alone. Incredible. So with this digital marketing course, not only do you get to learn the business of online business and everything about making money online, you literally have everything to build a very strong 6-figure foundation with what is in this course. But on top of that, you're also going to get a license. So if you too want to sell the exact same course that I sell inside of my business, we give you a license that allows you to be able to do that, where you keep all of the profit. So the profit margins are exactly the same as if you created a digital product of your own. Now, what also I love about this course is that if you do want to create your own digital products, we teach you exactly how to do that within this course. You literally learn everything from A to Z about getting set up and ready for online business success. It's not only perfect for the person that's just getting started and knows nothing or very little about making money online in the business of online business, but if you've ever been on the struggle bus because you've missed the dynamics of what it takes to succeed online, this digital marketing course will put you on. On top of learning the business of online business and having a ready-made digital product to sell, along with all of the education to help you do what you want to do in your own online business, I also offer up mentorship and support every single week. I call it office hours. So if you have loved my energy and you have loved my vibe and you would love to have my support in your business, every single week you get to meet me in my Zoom room, ask questions, get guidance, get feedback, and ultimately be supported so that you don't have to embark upon this all by yourself. I will drop the link down below in the description if you would love to check this out. I want to encourage you to release any limitations or any restrictions you may have put on yourself about getting started because of your age. As I have shared in this video, there are so many reasons for why you should get started. There are so many reasons for why you will succeed. I just want to make sure you know that I am here for you every step of the way if you decide to embark on your journey. I have intentionally set my business up to serve good people just like you, and I hope that this video is absolutely leaving you better. The time is now. Take action. I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and I hope that I'm able to see you inside of the community. Have a great day and take action. Bye-bye.